What started as an irritated eye for Abby Beckley a year and a half ago turned into a startling discovery.
And so I pulled my eye kind of down like this and I looked in that bottom little crevice and I was like, something looks wrong. Like maybe I have a piece of fuzz stuck there. So I went like this in like a picking motion and I felt something in between my fingers and I pulled it out and I looked down at my finger and it was a moving worm.
The then 26-year-old from Brookings, Oregon was in Alaska at the time and knew she needed to get it checked out in person.
So I ended up flying back to Oregon to deal with this because I had between the first worm I pulled out Um, and then the doctor's appointment, I had pulled out or seen about 4. So I knew that there wasn't just one.
She says doctors were just as puzzled as her.
It was honestly the most unique call I have gotten.
As for treatment, her doctor at OHSU encouraged her to keep pulling out the worms when she could.
It's a little unsatisfying to ask a patient to just keep pulling out the worms, but that is the best thing to do because if we give her an antiparasitic agent, the worms would die in there but wouldn't be removed.
There was 14 of them in total. And I was the only one that was able to kind of successfully pick them out. And that was the only thing making my eye feel better.
That took several weeks, and Beckley says she's been worm-free ever since.
When I was going through it, it was like there were parts of it that was almost so strangely comical, but then there was also parts of it that just felt like like I was living in a nightmare.
According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Beckley had a type of eyeworm called Thalasia gullosa. It's seen in cattle in the U.S. and spread by flies. And until now, it has never been seen in a human eye.
So when I was researching this, I couldn't find anything about this, and that was really that's scary. And so I'm hoping that if this ever happens again, that one person can Google this now, and there'll be a bunch of stories, and they'll be like, "Oh, this girl made it out okay. Like she's okay. I can be okay too."